For more on this, we are joined by James Dorsey, international analyst from Singapore. Thank you for your time. Mr. Dorsey, Pakistan's National Security Advisor Moeed Yusuf has said that Pakistan cannot bear the burden of hosting more Afghan refugees. Have the US and its allies made any arrangements to keep the displaced Afghans in the country before withdrawal?
It's certainly true that Pakistan, as well as other neighboring countries, but particularly Pakistan, has carried the burden of Afghan refugees for many years. Having said that, it's quite clear that we're going to probably get a new wave of refugees, and I don't see that there is that much that the United States and its allies will be able to do about it, particularly since they've withdrawn their forces. So this is really going to come down to Afghanistan's neighbors, with Pakistan in the lead.
Right. Mr. Dorsey, despite peace talks in Doha, the fighting is raging in Afghanistan and the Taliban have continued to make gains. Do you see any political settlement in near future?
I don't think anybody expected the fighting not to rage because of the peace talks in Afghanistan and the way that those peace talks were handled. At this point, the question still remains, what is the ultimate Taliban objective? Is the objective to increase leverage in terms of negotiations with the government in Kabul, as well as with Afghanistan's neighbors? Or are we now seeing a new stage in the offensive by the Taliban, which means that they do want to take the urban centers?
Right. Mr. Dorsey, the Afghan parliamentarians have accused their newly appointed Chief of Army Staff, General Wali Ahmad Zai, of focusing on rivalries with corps commanders instead of war. Are the Taliban taking advantage of these rivalries among the Afghan military?
I think there's no doubt that they're taking advantages of differences between within the Kabul government and its supporters. Having said that, there are differences among the Taliban too, and they're being exploited by other parties. That's par for the course.
Mr. Dorsey, thank you for speaking to Indus News.